Okay, so this is, I think, the last slide of our presentation of tertiary sector. When we talk about service sector, India has emerged with another kind of services, a different level of services. India has started providing medical services to overseas patients. And these overseas patients, they pay a very high prices to take services from India. I hope you all know, you might have heard name of Dr. Trehan. If your parents, grandfather, or somebody has mentioned about him, he's a specialized skilled person. He's a heart surgeon. People from all over the world prefer to get their heart surgeries done by him, and he has a Trehan center which is there in Gurgaon, and a very famous center. So people from all over the world come to get surgeries done from him. This is how India has got medical services specialization. If you know that Indian doctors are considered to be the best doctors in the world because of the kind of surgeries they do. India has seen 55,000 patients in 2005 from America alone. And there are so many other patients which come from so many other countries. India has become a leading country in medical tourism. Now, this is very surprising that we say medical and we say tourism. Tourism is something for recreation, but medical is something serious. So how medical can be tourism? So let's see the definition. Combination of medical treatment with international tourism is called as medical tourism. For example, this person is coming to India. This is coming from US to India for a medical treatment. Now, this person will have 2-3 family members who would say that, okay, after treatment, we'll go and see Taj Mahal. We'll go and see these many places because we are going to a country with a lot of effort. So we are combining medical treatment with international tourism. That's why it is called as medical tourism. There are other countries also which are coming up in medical tourism like Thailand, Singapore, China, Switzerland, Australia are famous for MRIs and ultrasounds. But India is emerging. People from all over the world, they come to India for medical treatment. Unfortunately, Indians only are not getting medical treatment in India, but because the people from other country can pay well, so we can say that India is earning through it, very sadly. The last part of the chapter is about digital divide. This is also a very sad state of a country or countries in the world, digital divide. What is digital divide? Digital divide, when we say the word digital, we are talking about access to IT. That means this all. So do you think all the countries in the world have people who have access to all this? No, there are people who do not have access to digital world. So here there is I got a nice cartoon to show you. This is online class going on. Pandemic virtual classes are going on, and the child, who is poor child, is not able to listen this. So he has connected a tin with the wire and trying to understand what is happening in the class, but he doesn't have anything digital with him and he has no clue how online classes are going on. So that is how digital divide is. Here there is a book. A person is still reading from book while the another person is reading from iPad. So the world is divided into two worlds, two different areas where books and pencil is still in use, where an iPad and electronic pencil is in use. This is what digital divide is. Digital divide is when access to Wi-Fi or any virtual equipment is not given to so many people. These people do not have access to the virtual world. As a result, they do not have information what is happening in the world. This is digital divide. So overall, let's see now. We can't write these answers in exam. We have to write perfect answers. A digital divide refers to the wide range of people. Wide range of people. Like these are wide range of people who do not have access to internet due to Their social condition, maybe they are poor like this. Due to political condition, maybe they are living in an area like in Jammu Kashmir in India, there is still 3G network, while in rest of the country we have 4G. Because of the economic reason, maybe somebody is some living in a remote area where development has not taken place. There is no tower for internet. Now this impairs opportunities and can negatively impact learning experiences. This person will not be able to learn as good as the person who is seeing the classes virtually. Developing countries are lagging behind, like all the developing countries, Bangladesh, India, Pakistan are lagging behind in internet facility. Developed countries are surging upward. In a developed country, every person has every equipment, they are very developed. Large countries like Russia and India, they, even if they want, they cannot provide the ICT services access to the rural areas because the countries are so huge, so big. How many towers they are going to make for internet? So it's literally not possible. So that is all about digital divide, and that's all about this unit. The videos are long because I have covered one full unit, and now this unit carries a weightage of 10 to 12 marks. I want you to go through it, and I'll send you questions quickly about this chapter, and I hope you have enjoyed the videos. If you have any doubt, get back to me.